Hi everyone, it's Jen with J Vinco. Thank you very much for joining me today, and if you've been subscribing or watching my other videos, I really appreciate that. If you do want to subscribe, you can do that anytime, and I would love it. I'm going to do some glue booking today, but I just wanted to talk about fussy cutting real quick because I had a subscriber, Sandra, ask about fussy cutting, so I just wanted to address that real quick before I get started. So fussy cutting is cutting around the edges of an image so that it has like the background cut away from it. And so something like this, these cookies have like a, not very even pattern around the edges, and so typically I would use smaller scissors as opposed to regular scissors that have kind of a long blade. I would use the smaller ones to try and get into, oh, that didn't work out very well, to get into these little areas and be able to do this detailed cutting. One thing you want to keep in mind is to mostly move the paper instead of the scissors. Because it gives you more control over what you're doing and kind of allows for a smoother cut around those edges. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that I don't always cut right to the edge of something. Sometimes I'll leave a border, so I left like this, just had a little bit of a white border just in case the thing I put it down on, in case it will look better or show up better with that white border. So sometimes I'll leave that just in case. I'm not sure what I'll end up gluing it down on, so I want to have options, and I could always cut that white border off if I wanted to. One tip that I was telling my mother this weekend when she was over doing some magazine harvest is when you're fussy cutting like a longer straight edge, that is probably a good thing to do with regular scissors because it's easier to keep that line straight instead of making a ton of tiny little cuts along a long edge. You're probably going to end up with a lot more inconsistency. It's harder to keep that line straight that you're cutting. So here's another example where I did not cut right to the edge. I left this kind of reddish orange border around that is the background of the page it came from, because this dish is scalloped and I didn't really feel like cutting all of that. So I figured most likely that'll be fine on whatever I glue it down on, and so I'm not too worried about that. And then same thing with this. The tip of this paintbrush is uneven, and it has the bristles are uneven, so I just kind of left that. I cut fairly close to that edge, but again, I'm not too concerned about it. When I glue it down, it's most likely just gonna kind of highlight the edge of that paintbrush a little bit, but it really doesn't look like much of anything when you glue it down. So that's fussy cutting. So some of my images I cut out in blocks because they kind of make sense, these pictures as blocks, and that's fine because sometimes I will collage with blocks, and then other times I do want to cut around the edges of things. And then the other part of fussy cutting is if you're cutting the middle out of something, you could make a little cut in here and then just put your scissors in there and kind of cut around, but that's maybe kind of harder to do. And so I do have this I recently showed in my supply haul video that I got this from the Dollar Tree, so it's $1.25. It's just a little cutting mat, like self-healing cutting mat, and it's a good size for doing this kind of thing. And I also couldn't find my other X-Acto knife. I don't have all of my supplies out yet from moving, but then you can just go in here and kind of cut out that middle with your X-Acto knife. I guess I wouldn't recommend, unless you're doing a long straight edge of something and you have a ruler to guide the X-Acto knife, I wouldn't cut a ton with the X-Acto knife. I would just, it's easier to use scissors around the edges, but the X-Acto knife works well to cut out middle pieces. So I just wanted to share that. Sandra was wondering how I fussy cut, I guess, in general, and just, I mean, the technique is just, again, kind of moving the paper more so than the scissors, and keeping kind of a slow cut going, and just trying to get close to the edges. But if it's a really difficult thing to get close to the edges, you know, don't be too concerned about leaving a border. Just try to leave a fairly even border around it, and no big deal. So with that said, I do want to do some gluing here, and I did set aside some items. I kind of, how's everyone doing? I'll take a breath after that whole explanation. So my mom, like I said, was here this weekend and kind of looking at, she was harvesting some stuff. She's just starting to get into glue booking, and so she's just in harvesting mode right now and gonna work on finding what she likes. And I did give her that notebook that I got for her so that she can start a glue book whenever she's ready. And while she was harvesting, I was fussy cutting stuff and looking for stuff I might want to put in here. So I think I am finally just gonna put this guy in here, overlap the eyeball a little bit. I've come to terms with it. I'm just gonna go ahead and put him in there. So it's been a pretty good weekend. It did snow again. It has been really odd here in Colorado. Usually it snows and then it'll melt in the next couple days, and then it's a clean slate, and we got used to that. And this winter hasn't been like that. It has been kind of more along the lines of what you'd see in the Northeast or Chicago, like where it just doesn't melt away all the way, and then you have really dirty snow just hanging around. I mean, I think that's what it's like there. I actually haven't ever been to Chicago, so, or the Northeast. I need to get out more. But yeah, so today it kind of started really melting some of that away, which is good. Hopefully it'll go all the way, it'll get all the way gone. I cut this out. I just had like a random piece of background from a magazine page that had orange swirls on it. I thought it kind of reminded me of Halloween a little bit. I might put it, I don't know, I might put it here so I can put these little circles down. I found these, but they don't show up so well on these pages. They're kind of, the pages are busy, so it's hard to see them. So I wanted to put them on something. They're all just little tiny Halloween circles from that ephemera book I showed a few videos back that I got. I think I got this for Christmas. So it's got all kinds of vintage design Halloween images in it. So I cut out some circles from that. I don't know, let's see, what else did I find for this? Okay, I'm gonna put this guy up here. And what else do we have here? Mostly Christmas stuff, looks like. Alright, I'm gonna put this down. So yeah, today was fun. We actually went to Michael's to get some of the supplies my mom wanted to get. She got some fussy cutting scissors, so that's good. And we got some glue sticks and some other stuff, some acrylic paint. I might eventually try to paint the cover of my other glue book. I'm not sure. we will see. But I wanted to get some acrylics to do that. And my son Drake, my 8-year-old son, is working on building a haunted house with Tim, with his dad, and so they needed some acrylic paint for that too. But anyway, Michael's was fun. Then we came back and made some soup and made some peach cobbler, and now I'm extremely full. But it was good. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Because this is orange, these kind of fade into it a little bit too. Let's leave that here and think about it. Okay, so moving forward, let's see what else we have here. Oh, I do have another one for that. There's no candy on here, but I wanted to use this like font and color scheme. Like, it goes perfectly with this paper. I thought I'd put that on there. Yes, so I was posting videos every couple days there during my winter break, but school is back in session and it is hit the ground running here, so it's getting busy already. That's okay, that's good. Keeps me out of trouble in theory. It's really good, really interesting stuff this semester, so I'm glad that it's going again. Let's see. I did pull out a couple stickers that I might try to fit in somewhere. Not sure where yet. Oh, and I left a sticker in here. I wonder if I want this on here. Maybe I do. You know, it would make sense on the drink page, but I don't really like it on the drink page very much. I don't know, I kind of feel like it goes over here. What do you think? Should I put it on here? We'll just put that aside with all the thinking. We'll do a lot of thinking here. I was thinking about this. It kind of goes with the jolly good, like he's laughing about all those treats. I'm just gonna do it. I don't know, I like it. He's having the best time on this page with all these cookies and stuff. So I'm happy for him. Happy for you, Santa. Yeah, I like it. Plus, what's good, this page has, you know, this colorful blocking, but then like a lot of white in the design, so the white around the image on the sticker kind of, it does make it kind of pop a little bit away from that background, but it also doesn't make it look glaringly obvious that it's a sticker, kind of. And sometimes I don't like it when it looks really obvious that it's a sticker, so I don't know. I don't know why. Don't deny it. It is what it is. Let's see, what else do we have here? Some presents. Those are probably supposed to go on this present page back here. Maybe. Oh yeah, let's see. I kind of like that. It looks like he's sledding off the present. But it kind of, I don't know, it's pretty subtle. And this guy, I think, disappears too much down here. So I feel like he needs to go up here. Maybe like that. Oh yeah, I like that. That looks good. It's getting to be like a whole stack of presents. So while my mom was harvesting, It reminds me sometimes, I had a family member who used to work for a distribution company, and they would put up magazine displays at stores, or they'd like refill them, and with the new issues of magazines, and sometimes some books and stuff, like in a grocery store or whatever. So but that family member told me that every week the people who worked for that distribution company could pick like 5 things, like anything that was old or that they didn't sell, or I don't know, I think it was the older stuff, would be going down this conveyor belt of like stuff that was gonna get trashed, I think, or I feel like he told me there was a conveyor belt. Maybe I made that part up, but there was all this stuff that they were just going to get rid of that didn't sell or was old, and they were allowed to pick 5 things a week, and they just had to tear the cover off. And so they could take 5 magazines a week, or 3 magazines and 2 books, or whatever they wanted. I would love that. Can you think of the endless supply of magazines you would have to harvest from? Oh my gosh. My house would be full of, I mean, it already is full of books and stuff, but I would have all these magazines that I would harvest. Oh, it would be so crazy. I wonder if that's how distribution companies still work, or I don't know if that still exists or what, but it sounds amazing. I want old magazines, please. That would be great. Oh, gosh, I need an in with a distribution company. Oh, he looks kind of cute down there with the present. Wonder where else I was thinking about putting him. Let's see. This, I feel I have a solution. We're going to work on that in a second. I don't like how this turned out. These papers, I don't know. But I don't want to lose the kid, but I just want to cover the whole thing up or rip it out and scream at it. I don't know, but I think I'm going to cover up the parts that I don't like. I like him down here on this one too. I don't know if he disappears too much on there. Make sure I'm on screen. Let's see, that one. I have this one. I don't know, this one doesn't have as much on it. I think I'll put him on the cookie one. Ah. Okay, yeah, I think I will put him right here. I gotta be careful not to rip his little arms off when I'm using the glue stick. That's my specialty move. That's what I like to do. That soup was really good, so we made pasta fagioli, just like at Olive Garden, but we made it in an Instant Pot, and so it's really easy, and then it's really good, but you have to make sure to salt it properly. The recipe that I use doesn't even have salt on it, so I usually put some in when it's cooking, but then I end up having to salt it quite a bit when I eat it. Maybe that's just me, but it's really good soup. Okay, let's take care of this ugly page. Ugly. Can't deal with it. All right. See, that covers up so much. And then I guess I don't mind like a little bit of the design around the outside of the picture then. And then we just have some of this fireplace here. That's what it's gonna be. And then I can put more stuff on it. So I guess I need to put the fireplace down first. Okay, let's pay attention to how much is hanging off the edge here. Maybe we'll kind of fold this so we know where to run it over to. Sometimes, yeah, I don't know, it's just bugging me. I just don't like it. Nothing really seems to fit on it right, and I've got to do something about it. So tomorrow's Monday. That's when my schoolwork gets released each week on Monday morning. And if I'm being wise, let's see, am I covering this up? All the way up to the bottom of that one? Yeah, sure. That's what we'll do. If I'm being smart, then I would be starting the reading this weekend for next week, because I can see it on the syllabus. Don't act like you can't. It's right there. They tell me what I'm supposed to be reading, but so I really should just start it. Then I can be what feels like ahead of the game. Oh, but I didn't do that this weekend. So maybe I will tonight still, but it doesn't look promising. After I'm done recording, I'll probably be like, oh, I'm tired. I think I'll go relax for a little bit. Oh, this big piece. I'm gonna get glue all over the place here. And now it's getting stuck to my fingers. This is turning into a situation here. Alright, sir. Just cooperate. Just relax. We're gonna get you situated here. Okay. I want it up to the edge of the washi tape. That's fine. That's fine. Alright. Scoot it over. There you go. There. Lots of flannel. Flannel fixes it, I think. We'll say it does. Where else? Anywhere else that's not sticking down here? Okay. Good. I'm gonna try to get this wrinkle I just made out. Find my bone folder here. I just saw it. Here it is, right in front of my face. Alright. Oh no. It's alright. No one's gonna notice. I'll notice, but... And then I'll probably glue something over it. In fact, I forgot about these guys. You have to be really careful putting glue on this one. I like it. They just kind of fit there for some reason. These little elves. Can you guys see that? Bring it up closer for a second here. I like them. See, with the fussy cutting, am I recording? Well, it'd be sad if I wasn't. So I didn't fussy cut like all the pink background in here. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm fine with it, you know. And if you don't look at it that closely, I mean, it kind of looks like maybe some of their pants, even though their legs are just these little wires. I don't know. It looks fine. I'll take it. Okay. Here we go. Careful with this. Careful with the legs. Don't tear anything. See, now my finger's getting stuck. Something's gonna get ripped. Okay, I think we're gonna make it. Maybe. I just have to wing it here. That's fine. It's good. I like it better than it was. It's getting better. I can still put more, figure out more stuff for it here, eventually. See, this white border is too much. I mean, I would have to trim that down, I think. Put the cup on here. The cup's not too bad. I don't know. I forgot about this. Oh yeah, let's cut the edges off here. can hear shouting downstairs. They're playing a little video game time. Sounds like it's very exciting, whatever they're playing. Have 2 sons and a male significant other, and they are all stereotypically into video games. And I'm kind of stereotypically not so much. And so yeah, we have to bond about other stuff. They're like, Mom, this blah 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 for Minecraft, and I'm like, I don't know. Okay, that sounds great. They really love, well, Minecraft sometimes. Sometimes it changes to other things. A variety of stuff. Okay. Well, it's turning into something good. I did do the drop shadow. I really concentrated and marked on the right side only of each line. So that worked out, I think. Where did that other cookie page go? Here it is. I was thinking I might put this on here. It's not a very Christmassy looking word, but maybe I feel like it kind of, maybe it kind of gives a good, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, let's do another block page. All right. This one, I guess, should I put it on this side? I kind of want to put it over here. It's easier for me. But, yeah, just put it over here. Let's see, I kind of figured out this layout yesterday. No, this was going over here, I think. Is this how this went? I think so. That's upside down. I was gonna do like that, I think. Maybe these are switched. This was up at the top. I guess I need to glue the bottom part down first. All right. Let's do this. All right, maybe I should put glue on the page. I think maybe I'll trim some of this off first. Like that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's do it. See, I don't really care that this is not even because I'm gonna end up covering it with that word, with that one word, so I don't care. And I'm gonna put the glue on here just because then I don't have to try to get this thing, this big piece, not to stick to itself. And I should put this here so I don't glue all the pages together. Sometimes I push really hard on this glue stick and then it's just like blobs of it coming out or being squished off of it. Okay. Get it down to the bottom. It's just the tiniest bit crooked, but who cares? It's gonna be okay. So it's gonna turn out okay. I have a feeling, but now it's getting stuck to this glue page. And just fix that issue. Okay. This one, let's see, how high do we need these things to go? Or what are we doing? I guess we'll put this one on next because I'm not gonna trim this. So I'll just have it overlap a little bit of the top of the one I glued down. Oh, I'm sorry for the muttering. Oh, here's a funny story, and I'll have a visual aid to go with this one. Drake really likes Chick-fil-A. It's his favorite, probably. And then he really likes Minecraft. And so, in Minecraft, he made a little tribute building to Chick-fil-A, or Chich-fal-A, as he spelled it. And so, here's a little peek at that right now. So he showed me that the other day, and I just thought it was really adorable. His little misspelling and and his little tribute. He loves Chick-fil-A. It's pretty funny. Maybe I'll cut a little bit of the edges of this one off before I try to glue these down. He's very creative, though. I'll give him that. I don't know. I would think that blocky game would get, you know, boring after a while, but... And maybe it does. Maybe that's why he switches to other games sometimes. Let's see. So these... I need to trim, I guess. Alright. What is going to happen here? This is still going to get trimmed on the edge here. I guess I could trim just a tiny bit more off of here. Okay, so we're going to put that on after these two. So I guess we'll put this present down first. Let's see, what else is going back on? I don't know. Oh, let's see. Oh, so Kevin. Kevin is the black cat with the yellow eyes that we have, and he's really goofy. He still sounds like a kitten. He's a Norwegian forest cat, so he's really fluffy. And he has this little baby meow, but he's... How old is he? I think he just turned 3 in December, so he's not really a kitten anymore, but he certainly sounds like one. Anyway, he's always really interested in outside. If someone goes out the door to the garage or the front door, if the front door is open for a minute or two, he'll come over and like look for his way out. And so when Tim and the boys were putting up lights in December, they were like not really paying attention, I guess. And so they're putting up the lights, and Tim saw this cat outside, a black cat walking toward him, and he was like, oh, look, there's a cat. Maybe it'll come over here, like, if we're calm. But he didn't really see it very well. He just glanced. And he was like, oh, there's a black cat. Must be a neighborhood cat. And then when the cat came closer, he was like, oh my god, that's Kevin. Kevin had, like, just sneaked right on out of the house while they were going in and out with lights and stuff. And they didn't even notice. It was so funny. And we're lucky that he didn't, you know, get outside and make a run for it, because, I don't know, he's so interested in getting out there, but he's not an outside cat, so I'd be worried about what would happen to him if he did go out there. He wouldn't survive very easily. Oh, maybe this. Yeah, I was looking at that. that won't fit with this. I could put this. If I cut off a little bit of this, I think it would, this is a sticker from that vinyl sticker pack. I cut off the white. And maybe I'll cut off a little bit of the top here. So then just the other day, we were coming in and I had glanced back. I was holding the front door open, and then I glanced back for a second toward the car and then looked back into the house and was about to walk in, and I'm like passing by Kevin, who is standing on the front door, like outside the front door, and just like creeping out. I was like, get back in there. But I didn't notice him at first just because I'm, you know, used to seeing him wherever. So I was like, oh, hey, Kevin. And then I was like, what? Wait a minute. Get back in there. He's such a sneaky little monster. Mr. Wiggins, she does try to get into the garage sometimes through that door, but she's pretty skittish. She would be totally freaked out to be outside, I think. And then Gub, if the ferret got out, I feel like he'd just take off and we'd never see him again. Some people, like I've seen people on YouTube videos or whatever that have ferrets, and their ferret just, like, they take it to the park and stuff. Not even always on a leash. They're just, I don't know, but ours cannot be trusted that way, that's for sure. I don't know. I just feel like he would take off. But he does kind of respond to commands a little bit, sort of. And he certainly knows what egg means. I ask him if he wants an egg. He's like, yep, I do. Okay, I like that. I don't think this really can go in here now. Let's see. I'll find some other stuff to put on here at some point. No, I don't think so. Maybe some small stuff will go on here. Oh, this yum. Is that what I was gonna put that? Yeah, I can do that, and then I can cover up where I left this sliver of paper a little bit. That peach cobbler recipe I found is really good. Wow. I don't even eat cobbler, or like that's not what I would ever choose as my dessert, but it's really good. Okay. Now we just need to trim this. Oh, let's see. What did I do here? Oh, I'm holding 2 pages. That's what I did. What did it go? Okay. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and been watching my videos, and I've been getting some really nice comments lately, so thank you everybody. It's pretty cool. I love finding people who, obviously this is such a silly statement to make, I love finding people who share some similar interests. It's really cool to have this whole crafting community. Because we know non-crafters, when you talk about crafting, they're like, okay. Just like if someone's talking to me about, I don't know, I don't really watch professional sports at this point, so I'm just kind of like, okay, sounds good. But I'm not super interested in watching it or anything. Just like they probably don't want to hear about how many cats I can fit onto one glue book page. Oh gosh, how long is this going on? 40 minutes, huh? well, I don't know if it's in the cards for the rest of these. This nutty holiday. I was gonna put this somewhere else. I like this block page. These block pages are turning out pretty good. I think they look pretty cool. I guess they look kind of similar. I guess my style is pretty, like, predictable, maybe. I really like this cartoony looking drawing of kitchen stuff. It's pretty cool. I don't know, it's okay. I'm consistent, I suppose. Nutty Christmas. Where was I gonna put this? I think this won't show up very well because of the color of these trunks, so I don't think I'm gonna put it there. Still need to do something with this ugly page. Sweets, and then there's nothing there. Well, I guess we'll call that good for today. We did a little bit of stuff here. Let's see what we did in Halloween. We got a couple things. A couple more things. Nothing there. Got a couple more presents. This guy's sledding on that present. I like that. That's fun. So we got those. And we got another block page. We're gonna do something over here. All right, well, thank you for joining me today, and hopefully that fussy cutting discussion helped. And if you have any other questions, I'd love to hear them in the comments. And I hope everyone's staying warm and taking care. Thanks so much for watching again, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.